Colonel, could I speak with you a moment?
Yes, General.
It's about this thing you left on my desk.
Sir?
What the hell is this?
Oh, that's the super awesome anti-zombie laser copter, sir.
This blueprint looks like it was drawn by a 6-year-old.
I turned 7 in August.
Oh, right. It's Take Your Child to Work Day.
Yes, sir.
Thought for a moment that you drew this, Colonel.
Oh, no, sir. I like to think my blueprints are a little bit more sophisticated.
So, what are these, little man?
Those are the lasers.
Uh-huh. And that?
That drops boiling lava.
Of course. And is this the rotor?
Those are the razors to chop off zombie heads.
Mm-hmm. The super awesome anti-zombie laser copter would be pretty nifty if we were fighting a war against zombies, wouldn't it, Colonel?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you adapt this for Iran?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm sorry, sir?
Let's get this into production ASAP. Is 300 billion enough?
I guess so.
Sir, what about my doggy-doo bomb?
Not feasible.
We're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
This is about jobs.
McConnell said there would be no shutdown.
Put a stop to bullying.
Real cuts, the devil's in the details.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
The president went about this all wrong.
America, we have come so far. We have seen so much. We shall overcome. Yes, we can.
Game on.
Thank you. Good luck and God bless you.
The BSofA with Brian Sack.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to the BS of A. I'm Brian Sack, and I'm doing better than Dennis Kucinich, who lost his seat on Tuesday. Sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
And now, this week's BS. In the wake of the Rush Limbaugh controversy, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi called Sandra Fluke this week in what is stage 2 of Operation Milk the Crap Out of This. MSNBC reported that some enterprising Americans are purchasing foreclosed homes in bulk, allowing many Americans to own several homes. Like me, said Mitt Romney, before realizing he shouldn't say that. The town of Uniopolis, Ohio, is facing such dire budget problems that it may have to unincorporate. Currently, the town's only feasible option is to change their name to Solindra'ville and hope the government throws money at them. Former presidential candidate John McCain said the current GOP race is like watching a Greek tragedy, or as Ariana Huffington calls it, my eyebrows. Now, most likely you know that we here at the BS of A have figured out a way to get sponsors for our show and keep the money for ourselves. There's no greater joy than being able to treat your staff to one of the nicest dinners they've ever had, or make them work longer hours with the promise of free iPads. And until Network sends me a certified letter telling me to stop, I'm just going to pretend I didn't receive a letter telling me to stop. This week's sponsor is 10 Acres Lodge in Stowe, Vermont. If you're looking for a relaxing getaway in a country setting with modern amenities such as an outdoor hot tub, pool, HD TVs, and a cinema, then 10 Acres is the place for you. And check this out. They said all GBTV subscribers get an incredible 20% off on all rooms if they book before May 15th. 10 Acres Lodge, where stress ends and living begins. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration for this week's BS of A with Brian Sack has been provided by the 10 Acres Lodge in Stowe, Vermont. The 10 Acres Lodge provides the greatest set of amenities in the greater Stowe area. Enjoy their beautiful mountain views. Eat in the cozy but elegant Lanyap restaurant. Relax in their beautifully appointed rooms. Stroll in their haunted gardens. The Inn at 10 Acres Lodge offers a wide range of diverting activities, internet access, a private cinema, a swimming pool with sauna and jacuzzi, campfire nights with s'mores and singing for the whole family, an ancient mirror which reveals your shadow self and all of his or her dark desires. The 10 Acres Lodge is proud of the steps they've taken to be a green hotel. They use the mulch from fallen leaves to fertilize their garden. They donate their food scraps to a local pig farm. They use low-impact technologies for lighting and computer systems. Their fireplaces can burn either traditional firewood or state-of-the-art bio-bricks. They reclaim and recycle 70% of the sulfur that spews from the hellmouth in the basement. Your accommodations at the 10 Acres Lodge will include the custom interior decorating of a traditional Vermont bed and breakfast, a high-definition flat-panel television, a relaxing sitting area, private bath with hairdryer, a door that opens into an interdimensional maze. The 10 Acres Lodge is conveniently located near Vermont's best tourist activities, downhill and cross-country skiing, scenic bike paths, the Von Trapp Family Lodge, antique shopping, at twilight, the distant moans of dying Confederate soldiers, miniature golf, the 10 Acres Lodge, a beautiful mountain getaway that's close enough to Stowe to put you in the heart of it all, but remote enough to serve as a bridge to the uncanny. Ask about our kids' meals.
New documents have been uncovered which reveal that the Department of Homeland Security is monitoring your Facebook and Twitter feeds for more than 100 words, including China, pork, and snow. It's a necessary precaution to protect us from our nation's top threat, number 29, Mushu pork with snow peas. CBS News debunked Apple's claim last week that they support more than 500,000 jobs. The number is actually closer to 300,000. Apple said the larger original figure accidentally included the 200,000 workers who'd killed themselves over the stress of making your iPhone. Hey Siri, what'd you think about that joke?
Shut your damn mouth before I cut you.
New law that went into effect Monday will require porn actors in Los Angeles to use condoms. So congratulations, cities just outside of Los Angeles. You're now the new porn capital of the world. The Native American Navajo Nation has filed a lawsuit against retail chain Urban Outfitters for trademark infringement over a line of clothing sold under the Navajo name. Man, they're going to really hate my new clothing line. Tom Cruise will be starring in Top Gun 2, the sequel to the 1986 hit film. Cruise will reprise his role as a straight man who isn't gay and doesn't have sexual feelings for men and is also a fighter pilot. Val Kilmer is also being considered, but instead of returning to the role of Iceman, Kilmer will now play an aircraft carrier. Lawmakers in Georgia have introduced legislation that would make some forms of protest, like sit-ins and picketing, illegal and in some cases a felony. For more on this story is our brand new correspondent, Caitlin Bitsagai, who joins us from Georgia. Caitlin.
Hi, Brian. I'm here in Tbilisi, Georgia.
Oh, great. What do you have for us?
Well, I've spent 3 days here, and there's one thing I have learned. This story you wanted me to cover is about lawmakers in the state of Georgia, the one just north of Florida?
Yes.
And you sent me to Tbilisi. I'm here in the capital of the Republic of Georgia, the former Soviet Union, right between Azerbaijan and the Black Sea, the place you asked me to fly to.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You did.
Well, why don't we just chalk it up to new correspondent jitters?
Let's not. I think we have some footage. Can we run that, please?
Hey, Kate?
Yeah?
I thought we would send you to Georgia for a story.
Okay, no problem. Just Georgia the state or Georgia the Republic?
Georgia the Republic.
Okay, so it's just... I hate to be this person, but we got to get it right. You want me to fly to Georgia the Republic?
Yes, Georgia the Republic.
Okay, we'll do. Anything for a story.
And you know what? Bring a passport because it's Georgia the Republic and not the state.
Yeah.
And I got your phrase book.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, they speak a totally different language there.
Yeah, I speak English,
yeah.
Which they do speak in Georgia the state. But
yes, not in the Republic.
Irrelevant.
Where you're going. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Can do. Awesome.
Have fun.
See ya.
File a cool story for me.
Absolutely, about Georgia the Republic.
Yep. I think that was the guy from Mad Men.
No, that's John Slattery.
Well, let's not get bogged down in details, Kate. What do you make of the Georgia State Legislature trying to ban certain forms of protest?
I don't have a lot of background on that story because I was sent to the Republic of Georgia, north of Turkey and Armenia.
I don't suppose anyone there has an opinion on laws restricting the First Amendment.
Brian, I saw a goat beheaded on the street this morning. Roving gangs of former KGB have been shouting vulgar sexual phrases at me. There's not a lot of opinion on the f***ing Bill of Rights.
Well, okay, well, why don't you fly home, Caitlin? I'll buy you lunch. Or expense you a lunch.
We maxed out the corporate Amex. Getting me here, the tickets were $3 grand. I need you to send me some money to get back home.
Well, I'm sorry, Caitlin, you there? I'm losing you.
There are a bunch of men with machine guns coming towards me. Get me out of here.
I'm going through a tunnel right now, Caitlin. You're breaking up. I'll call you back later.
This isn't a phone call. That's not how this works. You're being a jerk.
Help! It's the guy, everybody. We'll be right back.
They're great apartment dogs. You think because they're big, they're not going to be great apartment dogs. Right. Great Danes.
No kidding.
I'm serious. They're not good at exercise. They've bad bones, and they can hold their bathroom all day.
I guess not.
Oh, hold on. I should take it.
No, don't. You know what this is going to be.
It's just better to just get it over with, okay?
Right.
Hello? Yes, this is Sandra Fluke. Hello. It's Harry Reid. Hello, how are you, sir? No, thank you so much for calling. No, it's very nice that you showed your support. Okay. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.
Good job.
It's nice.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Pelosi, Reid, Obama, I mean, it's got to be it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you get a Great Dane, the only issue... Okay. Hello? Oh, hi, Senator Schumer. How are you?
Ooh.
No, you didn't need to call me seriously.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Will I... What? Yeah, I can tell HuffPo that you called me directly.
He loves the media.
Okay, I'm getting another call, sir. Another call. All right, bye. Hello? Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Hi, you sound super happy. No, I guess it is a good distraction from the gas prices. You want me to say that he called me a what? Is that supposed to be a part of a woman? Okay, you know what, I don't have time. I have another call. Okay, goodbye. Hello? Hello, President Clinton.
Whoa.
What am I wearing?
Hang up.
I gotta go. I have another call.
Oh.
Hello? Elizabeth Warren, how are you?
Why?
Oh, I beg your pardon? You want me to Photoshop a picture of Rush punching me in the ovaries for a fundraising brochure? Okay, hear me. Women's reproductive health is a serious issue, and it feels to me like you're strongly taking advantage of... The ghost of Ted Kennedy told you to do it? Okay, that is low, ma'am. I gotta go. One more. Hello? Mr. President. Again, how are you, sir? No, I'm fine. A fat man just called me some bad names. But do you have important things you want to be doing, or...
I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye. I'll call you later. No, let's just shoot the breeze. That's fine. I'm not doing much of anything. I'm on Match.com. And I don't feel good about paying for the kind of guys that they have on there.
Cruising out on the high seas, drinking pina coladas, and hanging out in a wave pool. Sounds great, right? Wrong. If you go on a cruise, you might very well have to fend for your life while an Italian captain steals your life preserver and trips into the only remaining lifeboat. Think you're safe just because your captain's not Italian? Codswallop. You might end up defending your life against pirates, and not the quaint Disney kind either. Somali pirates who want to kidnap your wife and kill you. That's a fact. Some vacation. Think cruising far away from Somali pirates is safer? Well, just remember, lost could happen again, this time with boats. Look, if you want to live, avoid the ocean completely. Stay at the 10 Acres Lodge in Stowe, Vermont. Stowe is almost 200 miles from the ocean, so the chances of capsizing are very small. Also, the 10 Acres Lodge is a completely stationary building that hasn't moved in over 12 years, so it will always be where you left it. No cruise ship can say that. You know those pina coladas you wanted on the cruise? Turns out you can make those anywhere. It only requires a blender, which 10 Acres Lodge has.
Blenders?
We hate ocean so much, we don't even allow saltwater taffy on the grounds, or Billy Ocean. Pina coladas, no ship to fall off, no clumsy Italian captains, no icebergs, no shark attacks that we've reported, no instances of ocean water filling your lungs until you can't breathe, and no pirates for hundreds of miles. Just the best vacation of your life that you actually survive. Plus, 10 Acres Lodge has a no pirate guarantee or your money back. Or do they? They do.
The 10 Acres Lodge in beautiful Stowe, Vermont, where stress ends and living begins.
Scientific research suggests that members of the upper class are more likely to break the law while driving, cheat during games, and lie during negotiations. Who would have thought that the people who've gotten ahead in life might be more likely to do the things that help you get ahead in life? Despite lifting a federal ban on hunting, the wolf population in Montana grew 15% this year. The growth may be connected to a piece of controversial legislation blocking female wolves' access to birth control. A 41-year-old California high school teacher left his family and his job to be with an 18-year-old former student of his. And he's this week's BS of A Living the Dream winner. Oh, I love you, honey. The Modern Language Association has created a standard format for citing tweets in scholarly works. In the endnotes, you cite the tweet's author and his or her Twitter handle. And then on the first page of the paper, you write an F. A new study found that toddlers who snore can be twice as likely to develop behavioral problems as those who don't, especially toddlers who snore when they're passed out drunk. We'll be right back.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, those Germans are going to get us this time. Don't worry.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week has been brought to you by the beautiful 10 Acres Lodge in Stowe, Vermont, the official bed and breakfast of the BSofA.
Picture this.
Okay.
Your mom takes the kids for the whole weekend.
I'm listening.
And I take you to 10 Acres Lodge.
Where's that?
Stowe, Vermont.
Ooh, pretty.
Hot tub.
Whoa.
Beautiful scenery, long walks.
Keep talking.
Dinner at their top-rated restaurant, drinks under the stars.
You're winning all the points right now.
Cuddling by the campfire.
Whoa, what's the occasion?
Bought a scratch ticket so I might win some money. Oh.
Are you kidding me? You dangle a weekend at beautiful 10 Acres Lodge and you can't even pay for it?
I can buy more scratch tickets.
You degenerate gambler!
But wouldn't it have been great? We could have made s'mores.
Guests of the BSofA stay at the beautiful 10 Acres Lodge in Stowe, Vermont, conveniently located 6 hours north of the BSofA studios.
At the interview bar with me, an expert in something too many of us have an infuriating familiarity with: parking tickets. After 35 years in law, he retired to help defend the innocent, like me, from the bitter tyranny of arbitrary law enforcement by the evil meter maids among us. He hosts a website called NewYorkParkingTicket.com, and he wanted iced tea. Please welcome Larry Berenson. Cheers,
Thank
Larry.
you. Pleasure to be here.
Well, now, was I a little judgmental in my introduction about meter maids? Or?
No. I thought you were actually very fine. Generous.
I was fair.
Yes.
Yes. What is your assessment of the parking situation in New York, the parking system that we have here?
It's scary. It's draconian. It's not fair. And if you're going to take parking tickets, which is a tremendous revenue generator, over $600 million a year.
For New York City?
For New York City, 5 barrels. And you put them under the Department of Finance. I call them the evil empire.
Okay.
Come on. You know, so you're going to get a ticket, then you're going to go to the Department of Finance, and then the judge is going to say, pay up.
So if it's under the Department of Finance, right, it's clearly not, this isn't about being legal,
fair,
illegal. This is about revenue generation.
That's what it is. So it doesn't even pretend to be otherwise. It's like if you were a criminal defendant and you walked into courtroom and it was a police officer on the bench, and they say, well, we're fair. Except that it's not the appearance of being fair. So let's say they are. I believe most of the judges want to do the right thing.
Right.
But then you get the rogue judges who know they're under pressure. They've got to review a lot of tickets. And if they don't find you guilty and get that money, they're not going to be invited back to be judges. It's an hourly position.
What do you make of the people on the street, the people actually issuing the tickets? Are they doing a good job? Are they kind of part of a corrupt system? Are they in the middle?
Whatever that may be. I give the people, I call them parking ticket warriors out of respect.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh,
because I call them meter maids. I refuse to call them anything
or
but
brownies or whatever.
Yeah, it just sounds mean.
They're doing a job that's horrible, a lot of pressure, and I think most of the warriors try to do the right thing. But then you have the rogue warriors, and they're just out there to nail you.
So this thing you brought me, this little guide, it's called Got Tickets. It rips off the whole Got Milk campaign. Very, very ingenious. Well done. This is issued from the Department of Finance, correct, as you said, and this is a guide to
parking tickets. In other words, we have over 90. Well, there's 99 violations, so you can commit 99 separate parking crimes, and this lays out every parking crime and the defense, how to beat it. And not only is it from the Department of Finance, but the judges put this out.
But it says helping people pay the right amount on time, so it's not really, it doesn't seem like a guide to defense.
I have a bridge.
Right.
Right.
So you know,
it's more like on time, to pay on time.
What are some egregious incidents that you, in your job as a parking ticket fighter person, what have you come across that's just ridiculous?
You're a New Yorker. Where does a bus stop end?
I do not know.
Exactly, no one does.
Right.
And if you try to look it up, you wouldn't find it. But you're going to get a ticket if you park within that secret bus stop zone.
Why won't they tell me?
Because they're smarter than that. It's $115 every time you guess wrong. Now, I get calls, and people say, oh, man, I got a ticket. I parked in the bus stop zone, and, man, I was at least 25 feet away from the sign. Except the bus is 42 feet long. So what good is it being 25 feet away? Another person will go, there was yellow. The curb was painted yellow. I said, but it was 8 feet from the bus stop, and it can't be the bus stop. And a painted curb doesn't mean anything in New York except someone dropped a can of paint.
Or is advertising something.
Exactly right. So a bus stop ends, or it extends from the bus stop sign until the next parking sign in the direction of the arrow or the end of the block. So every bus stop has a different length.
I mean, how do you fight this? Because in my case, I received a ticket once that I fought.
Right.
And I heard nothing back.
Right.
So I assumed I won. And a year or so later, I get a bill for my penalties with interest, and I contacted them. I said, what's going on? Oh, you lost your case.
Yes.
Well, you didn't tell me.
Right.
I never received notice. Well, you did lose the case.
Exactly.
Well, it's like, I don't agree with that. Well, send in the money, and we'll decide if we'll give it back to you.
Exactly right.
What kind of system is this?
It's a system that benefits the revenue men.
Is it the little guy who's getting shafted?
Yes, the little guy, but then also the big guys. You know, I mean, we're there for people like you and me. In other words, unless I understand what the rules are, I can't obey them. That's what my dad always said. You know, you just broke a rule. I said, well, what was the rule? He says, well, I just made up the rule.
Right.
You know, and it's the same thing. If you can't find out how long a bus stop zone is, how are you going to, you know, live up to the rule?
Parking it.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, how do we fix this? Is there a quick fix to this? Is there some? No.
No. The way to fix it first, move it off the Department of Finance. You can't have your judge's mission be to raise revenue.
Right.
And you're talking about justice. That's number one. Number two, you've got to make the rules clear.
Should I, as a driver, what should I do? I come to my car, there's a ticket. Do you recommend fighting it every time?
No.
No.
When you're right, fight. So first thing you want to do is you want to figure out whether you have a defense. For example, if you're in a no standing zone and you stop to drop your Antilles off, you can do that as long as you do it within 2 minutes.
Okay.
But then what I hear is, well, I watched Antilles, she's 98. I watched her cross the street. You can't do that. You got to skedaddle.
Sorry, Antilles.
Yeah, Antilles.
You're halfway across. You'll make it.
You're on your own, Antilles.
Right. Good luck to you. I love you. I'll pick you up in a 2-minute window in about an hour.
Exactly.
All right.
So you have to know the defenses. And the other thing, the most important thing is when you first get a ticket, after you rip it up or you stomp on it, if there's little bite-sized bits of information entered on the front. They're called required elements. If any of those 10 items are entered incorrectly, like your expiration date on your registration, the make of your car, the plate number, the model type, the body type, the plate type, the place of occurrence, you win.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, even if you have a smoking gun and you killed the parking meter, you win. Yeah, well, it's a good, cool hand Luke.
All right, Larry, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Brian.
All right, that's all the time we have for this week's episode of the BS of A. I'd like to thank my guest, Larry Berezin. And be sure to check it. Larry just took off from the bar. He didn't want to wait. He just dashed out. No, it's okay. You can hang out. You can chill in my bar. Make sure to check out Larry's website, NewYorkParkingTicket.com, and join us next week for a brand new episode. Until then, good night, America. We did it. We really did it. What did we do?